The number one major cause for not having a peace of mind or emotional freedom is just unresolved past trauma. Like if you get triggered, if you were in a war, if you were in a devastating experience, if one of your kids was in a tragic experience, that affects the parents too. Anything that's unresolved, that's lingering emotional pain inside of you, that is what's preventing you from having a peace of mind. That's the number one cause. Any triggers or flashbacks, something that keeps popping into your brain and nagging or haunting you, that's what's stopping you from having a peace of mind or some emotional freedom. That's the number one cause. So if that's not happening to you, then yay. It might be the number two major cause, which I'll go over in the next video. And by the way, my name is Lori Walsh. I'm an emotional freedom facilitator, and I help people discover where your peace is and how to unblock what's blocking you from having peace beyond all understanding. It is possible for you. I didn't think there'd be any way that was possible for me. It was like, that's BS. I don't believe anybody that has a peace of mind. That was my attitude. And I really needed to have a peace of mind because of what was happening with my kids in their life. I knew that I needed to be okay in order for any chance for my kids to be okay. So I went all out and really searched and searched and searched for years. I would stick post-it notes all over my car to keep reminding me of what I needed to be focusing on because all of those nagging nightmares would keep renting space in my head, going over and over and over again. And I was mainly focusing on everything that wasn't okay until I finally was able to turn it around. And when I was finally able to turn it around, I found all the shortcuts. And I love sharing all the shortcuts with people because I get people after just one session with me, like, oh my God, nobody's ever helped me see that before. And they'll be in joyful tears. And that's that is brings me the most biggest joy because I know it's possible and I know that you can get to that space too. Sometimes it takes a couple of times. Sometimes it takes two, three times. Sometimes it takes a month or so. It depends upon where you're at, how far you've come. And ah, if you've got the number one cause happening that haunted, all those haunted things, even maybe one of your siblings, it could even be something just not even something huge as far as, being in the middle of the war and having PTSD. It could be something as, you had in a disagreement with one of your siblings and you still can't get over it because you can't believe what happened, what transpired, and it just keeps haunting you. And you don't know why people they treated you like that. People tend to shun we tend to shun each other, until we realize what we're doing and where it's coming from, because that's just saying that that person has hurt inside of them that they need to deal with. They've got that mind, those triggers, those events going on inside of them that need to be released if they choose to. So if you're open to this, if an empathic introvert can come to this state then you can too. And if you're an empathic introvert, then you found another one that's been able to overcome everything. And being an empathic introvert is awesome. Being an extrovert is awesome. Whatever you are, whatever label people have given you, you know what? It's awesome because you're living this life, you're having all these life experiences, and you get to discover your own peace beyond all understanding. You get to discover true joy if you choose. So I invite you to. And please leave me a comment if you have any questions. I'm going to do another video very soon about the second cause for not having peace within, a peace of mind. When you have a peace of mind, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. I used to walk around this lake that I lived across the street from. It was 3 miles long, and I walked and walked and walked, trying to get some quiet. And I'll tell you stories later on, but it was like all I could hear was the outside noise, the traffic, the noise in my head more so than anything else. And then the frogs got so noisy. The peepers walking around that lake got so noisy, so loud. Finally, one day, this was one of the moments that started to shift my awareness, where, oh wow, I can listen to nature instead of the noise in my head. Whatever we focus on makes a huge difference. And sometimes it takes a lot of discipline for yourself to remain focused. So instead of me hearing the cars going by the highway, I hear the crickets and the peepers outside. I hear the owls hooting. I don't hear the traffic anymore. That's in the distance, for an example. Those frogs that were just trying to get my attention finally got my attention. I'm like, wow, wow. I'd much rather hear nature. I grew up camping. I'd much rather hear that. I just had too much going on in my life. Between divorce, between my kids and their choices, between just not feeling like I was understood whatsoever. If it can happen for me, it can happen for you. And all it is being able to let go of all that mind chatter. And it doesn't have to take years and years and years of therapy. Leave me a comment. Let me know how I can help you.